weeks ago, the FBI shut down what it calls the most sophisticated and extensive criminal marketplace on the internet. Silk Road was a website selling drugs and other illegal goods, but this morning, as Ben Tracy reports, it may be finding new life.
This reminds me, you mentioned Silk Road. When that went down, we thought that was going to have a big impact. This is an economy that sort of moves on, right? And then three other sites pop up.
The new site has the same name and the same look. On Twitter Wednesday, the Silk Road's purported new operator announced Silk Road is back up. Deja vu, anyone? We rise again.
FBI agents swarmed a San Francisco home and arrested a man who calls himself
This next story is one that's got the world's attention. A Canadian man who died while in custody in a Thai prison is now accused of being an online kingpin who has built a fortune as the mastermind of the world's largest illegal online marketplace called
Now, it's been a while since we talked about the underground world of darknet markets. However, that's not to say that there's not much more to talk about, as this topic is so expansive, you could quite literally spend all day and night speculating on particular markets and the various mysteries that surround the world of cybercriminals. And if there's something that's been made apparent with the Silk Road, it's that taking down one market is guaranteed to lead to many other darknet markets popping up shortly after. And I'm sure many people aren't even aware of the fact that Silk Road wasn't even the first. It was actually the farmers market that was launched in 2006 and then later moved on to tour in 2010. And the site wasn't seized until 2012, making it one of the longest running digital illicit marketplace, technically to this day. And I must say that's a very incredible feat to go for 6 years, longer than any crypto market using Western Union and PayPal. And in the context of the internet's early history, it's believed that the very first transactions that took place via the use of computers were Stanford students using ARPANET to contact MIT students to arrange the pickup of flour. Now, the reason I bring this up is because while darknet markets may be relatively new, the use of technology to facilitate narcotics trade is not, and has simply evolved over time and has changed the rules of the game as law enforcement has evolved along with it. For instance, the use of cryptocurrency and Tor are just tools that have been adopted that have created another route of distribution. And whenever new tools are adopted by cybercriminals, it leads to some new rules for how the metagame works. And as a result, this has created a very, very predictable life cycle to how these markets eventually come to an end. While I touched a bit on this on my Empire Market video, I'll reiterate myself once again and say that there are really only two ways that a darknet market will close. But to give you a general idea, let's go over the average life cycle of a darknet market. The beginning of the market cycle will start with the site being founded, where the goal is to build trust with users by providing a good service. Generally, the first 0 to 3 months is spent onboarding vendors and trying to get a wide variety of products available. However, I will note that some sites are generally created never with the intent to sell anything, but more so just to capitalize on the fact that another site is closed, at which point when everybody leaves the old market and comes to the new one, then they will take everyone's money and exit scam. Assuming that they are intending to stick around for the long haul, the vast majority of them will still be gone for 8 months, as those initial months will dictate the capability of the market admins. During this portion of time, you'll find that many darknet sites will succumb to hacking or voluntary closure. If a darknet site manages to make it past a year, they rarely close due to the result of hacking, as the site admins have generally earned enough to reinvest back into their own site security. But if a market manages to make it past this point, that's when you'll often find that there are really only two outcomes. The first way is that law enforcement will compromise the site and it will lead to the arrest of the operators, such as the Silk Road. And the second way is that the admins of a darknet market will do what is called an exit scam, such as Empire, which I also did a video on. Exit scamming, in case you are unfamiliar with the term, is just when admins close down the market and basically cash out with all of the money left deposited in the escrow. Practically, no market can stick around forever, and the operators of DNMs are at all times just one mistake away from completely blowing their cover. Furthermore, the longer the market is operating, the more risk it is over time for those involved to get caught. Generally, it doesn't matter how good you are at operational security when you are a human that can make mistakes. So for the goal of many involved with darknet markets is get in and get out, exit scam, and make a bunch of money. But among all of the other markets that have come and gone in this exact
Trying to
same
find
fashion, one market has had a bit of a different set of regulations.
Wolverine
And that is
Samurai
what
sculpture
Disney
that I
is focused
saw.
on. The market we're going to be talking about today
That had a
is
certain
the
hair
market. And to this day, despite this
style
market showing
kind
down
of
as one of
that
the
I wanted to
longest
mimic.
running and one of the largest at one point, not any real definitive answers as to why this market closed has ever been given. And as I stated just a moment ago, there are really only two reasons that a darknet market will close, assuming it sees this level of success. And what was rather peculiar about Dream Market was that the admins of the site closed and allowed people to withdraw their money from the market, with them not only announcing its closure, but announcing it a month prior so everybody was able to get their money back. Considering the fact that those admins would have had to put their ass on the line for 5.5 years, building trust up on that site, naturally you have to ask, why would they give away millions of dollars at the end? If they didn't exit scam, the only other option would be that they were compromised by law enforcement. And as far as the official record goes, only a single arrest of one prominent vendor and main moderator took place in 2017. But what is rather bizarre is that the market closed in 2019. And this very premise is what we're going to be discussing today, because once you understand the full context of Dream Market, it starts to point to something very peculiar going on in the dark web. IHG Hotels Resorts.
I'm sculpting the hair so that he's gonna have a ponytail. It's a samurai Wolverine I'm working on. Just don't want to get any other residue on the paint job. I'm trying to sculpt his hair slick back into a ponytail. But he's just building up the volume correctly so that the entire top looks proportionate, you know. Sometimes just with the flat area of the tool, kind of pressing down and dragging the tool across, you can kind of start creating the pattern of the hair strands. So you can start going in there after. You know, just clean it up a bit with a little bit of alcohol. And you can go in there and start manipulating it to create the hair detail. This is actually a ace epoxy too. Since I don't need to use Procreate on this, I'd rather use AVE so I can save some of that. I mean, not Procreate, green stuff. Save some of that because you get less of that. So right now I'm just trying to build up the volume, the dimension. Now you gotta match the other side, his right side. Ace epoxy is easier to work with. I use alcohol too to blend with it, but the only thing is you can oversaturate it sometimes too. What ends up happening, it becomes kind of crumbly if you oversaturate it with alcohol. Just do the initial alcohol that you have and just let that evaporate and just kind of leave it alone, let it evaporate completely, and then you can kind of revisit that area and start messing with it, you know. And I just want this to start looking right. Oh shit. So it's going up to a ponytail, so just gonna need more hair right here. The ponytail, I'm gonna sculpt it with, use wire as the armature and then build on top of it with some green stuff. Kind of looks like a yarmulke. What's that? think that's good. Just want it to kind of be symmetrical on all sides. You could see a little bit of volume here missing. Sometimes just use a tool to kind of pat it in. Don't press too much, because what you end up doing is you end up pushing the clay on the other side, on this side out, so just kind of try to pat it in, score it in. I think that's what the term is. The edges, and then just make it blend in. Alright. Mess it down a bit. What I also want to do is fill the pinholes here. So sometimes what I like doing is dremeling in a bit into the plastic to give it some kind of tooth, so that the clay can lock in place and blend in. I have a scar here that I've had for over a year. Just a cut from a blade. Get it to go over. It's crazy. What I'm doing is I'm kind of making room. Okay. And just trim it up a bit. The edges sometimes have this little lip there with Dremel plastic. Just clear that away. Yeah, just enough so that it doesn't protrude through the plastic and through the clay when I put clay on it. That just becomes, all mixed up with the clay. Just filling up the peg holes. You don't have to put too much clay on there, you know. I'm gonna go in there and sand it anyways after. Lightly, just so you don't over sand it and then you see the plastic peeking back up, you know. Smooth it out so that it blends nicely. Here's the next one. This is for an Iceman custom. I'm making a body drake custom. So I'm making a pinless. Then I'm gonna prep his joints after. Sand all the seam lines. You know, from the figure. The figure has a bunch of seam lines on it. Just trying to get it perfect. The next thing is I'm using these arms too, and they have a holder from. These are reused from the Spider-Man first appearance Spider-Man Marvel Legends, with the Franklin Richards. They're from Franklin Richards, and they're the arms I'm using for Iceman. Okay, so this is Abe's epoxy. It's kind of easier to work with. When you get in a fresh batch though, the consistency is still soft, so you've got to, if you're going to put details into it, you've got to wait, you know, give it like 20 to 30 minutes of curing time. You know, kind of try it to 15-20 minute mark, check it out. The older the clay gets, the better. I mean, the quicker it starts getting hard, you know, so you only have to wait sometime like 5-10 minutes to go back in there and try to mess with it. Once the clay gets more oxidized and older. But it does get over the edge where, yeah, you can't even use it. It just becomes very porous and just kind of crumbles as you're trying to use it fresh. So yeah, by that time, you know you need to buy a new batch. So I filled up the peg holes, and I'll come back in there and sand it down. Okay. need to sculpt the storm surge too. What I'm gonna do is same concept as this Wolverine. She's gonna have a ponytail, so I need to do that top part and then do the ponytail with Procreate. I feel like I need to sand this a little bit. I needed to sculpt some of that. It's kind of like glue off from the original hair. Because when I paint it, if I don't sculpt over that completely, it's gonna leave like a mark there, like a line from the glue.
Estas Chevy traen un poder impresionante y opciones ante cualquier desafío.
Who's ready for a deal? Now, the order for Office Subway mattress gets another for free. That's right, Subway Subway mattress free. Get your favorite club plus one. Subway, fresh and good.
It's gonna be Storm with her hair slicked back in a ponytail. And then Meatball. I need to add a mask. There was still the mask here for Batman. Let's see if I can do this. So I need to sculpt or array the rest of the face mask. This Batman I did. Oh shit. Sorry if I'm breathing too close to the fucking mic. Just trying to get the nose right. Clear some of this clear out here. There we go. I like that. So I'm just trying to sculpt the details. Like this is the center point where the ponytail is gonna go into. And I'm just trying to focus, trying to get the detail to look like it's gonna go into one point, the ponytail. Where the ponytail starts. Alright. This is probably my favorite Wolverine face sculpt that Marvel Legends has ever released. It's from the Astonishing Wolverine. Just the base of the face is so fucking badass. Like I feel you can build the rest of any Wolverine just with his face. That's what I kind of want to do. Okay.
Latino y más local.
Now taxes is the TurboTax expert.
finish this Superman. Integral cameras. It's kind of the Superman I need to. Let's need some more clay. Just a little bit.
And I want us to be together. Now, whatever it is.
I'm here.
Not really. You do it. Let's get out of here.
My finger hurts a bit. I don't know if it's maybe because I've just been eating a lot of clay.
Back down.
Maybe I've heard it. Well, doing something. My joint hurts. The first, I think, what is it called? Metacarpal joint? I don't know. Metacarpal cartilage? I don't know what it's called.
Yes, I want all of these things, but both Cocoa Krispies and Banana Crunch, please. These cups with, what are they?
Sweetie, you're supposed to be Betty Pies. I heard something. What did you hear, honey? A bad news. Everything's all right. So go back to bed, Munchkin, and I'll come through the door, okay?
Brace yourself, Inspector. Step over. Unmistakable. You got them all. Kids. Just find these gunpowders. They say these monsters want to be caught. I think this guy likes it too much. Yes, sir. Okay, we got the kids. I hope so. Wow. That's great. How is this so dirty?
I'm watching Nightbreed just so it doesn't fucking sound crazy. Nightbreed, one of my favorite movies growing up.
The police are civilians. They want to weapon innovations is capable of doing those equal scenarios. I'm gonna show it to you.
Why?
Because when you talked about murder on tapes, I assumed it was just hallucination. That's what I assumed. This was as it would. What you described, what those tapes are, was very detailed, very specific. Houses, places. These houses, these places.
I don't remember.
Would you like to hear?
So you think I did this?
6 families killed, 10 months in.
Do you think I did that?
So what am I gonna do?
You're gonna take these. They'll help you. You've got 24 hours to go to the police and tell them the truth. And that's all you can do.
I don't know why it looks like Jefferson from the fucking from Married with Children. Holy shit! I just realized that.
Spoon, you know what to do. Adios.
Like this to start carrying a bit.
What do you know about it? I forgive you there. See, they only take you when you're worthy. You know what they do to those that aren't worthy? Smart as. You and I can go there. Listen. Listen. Take me. Yes. But I need to know where it is. Yes. I was waiting. Good. I know. First, I have to show you. Next, show your face. That's what these are for. I have to see you. There's a face. This face. Enemy. You have to see me.
An abandoned child raised by the state, first diagnosis routine, juvenile delinquency, periodically institutionalized, some violent episode, nothing charges, and fair
Because I'm thinking about what it says. Some place called video. He's dying. I think he wants to die.
Hey, what's up, brother? Thank you, man. Twisted Tunes. Man, how do you pronounce it? Twisted Tunes. Yeah, right now I should let it cure a bit just so I could go back in there, and when it starts curing and turning a little bit waxy, that's the best time to go in there. And I'm just trying to get some certain form just so that when I go in there, it's not trying to work with clay that's too hard already, you know. Creating the Superman head, but the rest of the front parts, it's going to be single strands. I'm going to do that with green stuff, which is this stuff. You know, it's more flexible. Just doing the top with Ace epoxy, which is kind of rock hard once it cures, but I'll add to it. I was doing the Savage Land X-Men. Nah. Let's see. I just wanted to flow continuously well, like seamlessly into this green clay.
So
No, I just need to let it give it time for it to get a little bit waxy, like the consistency. Then I can go under and when you try to go under when it's too wet, it the marks look too straight instead of rounded the edges. So you don't want to do that to the hair. You want to wait for it to get a little bit waxy. So when you go under with lines, the lines leave, rounded edges instead of all choppy.
No, it's gonna be okay. Anyway, understand that. I didn't do it. I didn't hurt anyone. It's gonna go! Where's the bell? Where's the Tuesday? This was the candle for the furnace is back there. Whether you're buying, selling, or just showing off your collection, you want to know exactly what you're buying, making sure it's correct. That's what PSA is. PSA is the gold standard for cars. Their team of experts carefully evaluates your car from size to grade based on condition, centering, surface, and other factors. And when they're secure, tamper-evident cases, you can trust that your car is not only protected, but their value is locked in. I've trusted PSA with my rarest and most valuable products. And whether you're grading your first or 100th car, PSA gives you peace of mind and helps maximize your collection. Right now, you get $25 off your very first submission with my code COOP25. Just head on over to PSA and use my promo code at checkout. If you need some help with your submission, check out my PSA submission guide at the top of your screen here, or check out the link in the description. I'll walk you step by step through the submission process so that you're set up for success. Now, back to the video. Enjoy. Hello, hey, how are you guys? Yeah. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Okay, cool. You want to take some photos from that first day? All right, 44. Yes. He's picking up over the 3 to 5 there. And he's got antennas on. Wait, native cane. Yes. Yep. Got it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello. How are you? Are you a Pokemon fan? Who's your favorite Pokemon? Eevee. That's a great one. Have you ever heard of Chimchar? The big fire monkey? I mean, it looks like this. Would you, someone drop this off for me to the back? Would you like the Chimchar plushie as a gift? Thank you. You're very welcome. You're welcome. Thanks a lot. You're gonna hear my name or you're gonna call him Chimchar? Hello again. Okay, yeah. Sure, on the carpet. Card? Kind of in between. There you go. You're welcome. What do you got? Oh, I like the Christmas sweater. Oh, sure. If you don't want to pick up any, I can help you grab the price sign too if you want. Yeah? You want me to do that? You're welcome. Here we go. Alrighty. Just let that drop. Oh, that's free. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, of course. You're very welcome. Enjoy. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for watching. We'll connect. Do you mind? Yeah. So I think Mark is actually like 65. I haven't just found out my first day sleeping out like kidding. Sure. That's really awesome. That's amazing. There you go. Now I gotta park right on top. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Some people laugh, they're like, it's weird to see like from the front, but all we ever see is your side. That's okay. That's alright. You got those? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Show Cantonese. And reverse power keepers. The boot stops. Okay, perfect. I'm sure. Yeah. Awesome. Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Let me see. Look. Put these back. Let's say 10. So the average of the last 7 sales is 225. So I can come down to $25 to 225. You want to do it or you want to walk? You'll do it? Okay, awesome. Alright, and it should be back 225. And what was your name, by the way? Drew? I'm sorry? Drew. Okay. Drew, you have a favorite bookmark? Here. Can get you your favorite? That's a good one. Drew, since your dad is picking that up, here, I'll let you pick out any great primary has for their favorite story. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I'll double check. I'm just not logged in right now, so, but I'll check. You're good. No, you don't have to wait here. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you can have that. Enjoy. You're very welcome. Hey, Clara. Hey, how are ya? Are you a big bookmark fan? Who's your favorite? You're not sure? EVs? You like evolutions and stuff? Are you guys, are you Oh, well, I'll bring it on. Oh, man. What? Oh, here we go. Okay, so first off, I got 3 packs of you 2 can open these 3. And then after you do that, you guys can pick out one of these grading cards I have. So, all of you can grab them. Okay. I'm quicker than I was, I promise. Anything good? Oh, nice. Very cool. Oh, you got a record. Very cool. No way. She pulled the Bulbasaur. Oh my god. You know this is a $50 car. She just pulled the Bulbasaur out of the killer crown pack. And they gave us 3 of the packages. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, that's awesome. I hope so. That's the thing. Well, that's squirrel, right? That's the big hit in Starcraft right now. Fingers crossed. Goodness gracious. Alright, let me get this. Do you want to keep this? Or do you want to sell it to me? If you want to sell it to me, I'll give you $40. But if you want to keep it, that's completely okay too. You want to sell it to me? Alright. Let me get you 2 fresh $20 bills. She's got the Bulbasaur. There you go. You're very welcome. Wild. And then here's this. Yes, absolutely. Good to see you again. How you doing? Good. Hey, good. No way.
priming the face, just dry it real quick with air.
Feel better off on trade value. Yeah, so trade, I'd be at 4. So that covers swing tips. Um, yeah, and if you had like another like $10 from it. Oh, okay, yeah. Sweet. Okay, so you just owe me 23. Oh yeah, as opposed? Yeah. Okay. 250. Okay.
Children's are Tech 24-hour relief. Needs less allergies and more play. That thing won't fit in the nursery.
It's educational.
Never. You can always come back.
There are so many issues on Whatnot 24/7 that you can join into and admire. And the coolest part is you never know what you're going to
Yes, sir. Yes. I am in your tour, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Oh, perfect. Hello. I've got a couple left. I've got 2 in the case. So I've got these ones that are out. Just that little row. Everything right here. Yep. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. You said Luke did too, right? Nice show. Couple things. So this is from the hip base pin. You have the stars on. Yeah, that. This is from, I think it was Vince Voltage. And then this is just the one from First Generation. You're very welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that works. I can do that.
I don't know where this head is from. This was, I think, this was a some type of Peter Parker symbiote face. Symbiote it, one without and one with the symbiote on. Uh, I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's like an anime style shit or. But I'm making it into a Bobby Drake head. Iceman. It had some details here on the sideburns. I sanded that down. Right now I'm doing the base coat of the skin tone, which is insignia red with tan. I kind of make a pinkish tan. So I like working in glazes basically. So what I do is I like getting the base down. Some fucking degrees on here that sometimes I find like a little speck of stuff. I have to take it out. It was part of the 3D sculpt that I didn't clean up on. Looks good too.
I picked up one other thing from my PC this morning. For the first thing, oh, there's like full order and everything. That's awesome. I should, yeah, I picked this up this morning before I started live streaming from Phil trading this with PC. All right. Yeah. Yes. I was about to have my undivided attention as I divided my attention.
So this is a lighter tone, just barely, but you'll see as it starts building up.
$40 if you like it. I love it.
I wish my fucking camera could pick shit up better.
Maybe. I mean, I've always been around the $35, $40 mark on those. Really. Okay.
What I like is sometimes the heat helps cure. I don't know, it helps like bond the paint, I feel. Better to the surface. Kind of like a wrap. I don't even know how to explain it. Like if it was like a wrap that you put on a car, or like you use heat or something and it starts tightening up on the surface, you know. So since the paint has like some latex kind of to it, I feel it tightens up over the surface and it creates a nice shell, I feel. I only do that with Model Masters, but Model Masters is discontinued, so I'm just building it up. It's gonna still have hair back here, and just kind of like he's got a fade, so I still need some skin tone there. Let me see if I can bring it down. It's better. Just trying to capture the tone so that y'all can see.
Oh shoot! I don't think I have either of them anymore. Okay. Yeah. The only thing I got left are the mobile store, Ivy store. Yeah, 151 just big flies. Yeah, a couple of the Pikachu's, the Zapdos, the Poliwhirl. Yeah. Yeah, you get a cost of a English liquor.
Alright, so I'll introduce some white into that.
It is cheaper. And I would argue the texture of the foil looks better. Like it's not more on the Japanese card. Yeah. You may. I'm assuming you were done with that Zapdos? Yes. Okay. Okay, perfect. It's funny, a guy came out earlier. I was like, I already got one, I don't need more, yeah. I know.
This is just with a little bit of white to the insignia red and tan mixture that I had. And I kind of add a little bit of more red so that it can get a little bit of pinkish tone to it, you know. More of a pinkish tone than the tan tone. When it's just more tan, it almost has like a yellow tone to it, you know, an undertone to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep, absolutely. It's good to see you. Jameson, awesome, man. Hey, find something? The tree,
I
awesome.
can't get the lighting right.
Okay, so anything from here? Which card do you like the least? Okay, I'll take that. Awesome. There you go, sir. Alright. Alright, which card do you like the least? Experience share? Alright, I'll do that. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. It is Giovanni, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great to see you guys again. Yeah.
Kind of give it a more natural look. I introduced just a wash, a minor wash of blue. Sometimes I do yellow, but I feel like it doesn't need it. Based off of the tan, that tan is a little bit orangey. Just naturally the tan that I use. So you kind of do a wash of blue over it. Kind of pat it off a bit. Just a wash of blue. You can kind of go twice over. And you start seeing you start noticing the difference in the tone. The bluish kind of starts making a little bit of bluish tones to it, but kind of purplish. It makes the reddish under it become a bit more purple. And it helps pronounce the shadowing and just gives it a more natural skin look. So then after that, just gives it a more natural tone. You can go under with the last light tan that you did, and just dry brush a bit. So you can even add a little bit of more white to it. Let's see how this comes out. Just a very little bit of white, very like you feel like it doesn't make a difference, but it does. And then I just start dry brushing over it. You don't want too much paint on your brush. And when I dry brush, I like having my brush a little bit wet, not completely dry. It's a harder technique to master because you can mess up the surface of the paint, but once you get used to it and comfortable with that technique, I feel like it works better because it's kind of dry brush and a glaze. You can add a little bit more. And then you can go in there with a wash of red to kind of tone it down a bit. So I already got some right there. Just a wash of red sometimes just ties the entire paint job together.
would like, you guys want to come around this side of the table? You guys can each pick out a braided part here to have. I'm gonna braid. You want to switch this over for me? There we go. I'll put this right there. You're very welcome.
Let's see, little.
And your sister, pick up her too. Got it? Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
It's a piece of
Frankie, how you
mint.
doing? The Pikachu, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I got back on the cat. Okay. You want to take a look at it? Okay. There you go.
Alright, let's get see how my new brush works. Where is it? I just bought a new brush. I don't know where it's at. There it is. Let's see how it holds up. First time I use it. It's actually very good.
Hey man, how are you? I guess I can. Do you need? You said you need unknown for recycling day. You can take that one. Since that one's in a slab. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I can try. Are you wanting a picture of Deadpool and Wolverine like this?
Yeah, I apologize. I can't get the
Okay, yeah.
right lighting. Should maybe it's viewed better when you're seeing on your side, but on my side I feel like I can't. There it is. It's a little bit better.
These aren't mine. I don't know. Yeah. There it is. They're not mine. Cool. About twice a month. Yeah. Sometimes 3 times a month. Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, I've been on YouTube for like 5 years before I blew up. And then I started doing like the short videos. I get recognized for videos. I mean, yes, it shows all the time. Yeah. So I'm popular in a very niche part of the What do you mean? Yeah, sure, sure. Absolutely. There's one guy there was actually a family that came from Washington State this show to say hello. There was another guy from North Dakota who came to the show today. So it's like, yeah, we travel. That's awesome. I never expected that I would be someone worth going to see or visit, you know? I'm still learning to navigate that a little bit, but it's been good. It's been awesome. Yeah, today's great. Very busy. So I know I gotta probably hire someone to help me out. But really just like comedy stuff that takes most of my inventory. So you on the hunt for anything? Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, those are in the brain leaf. Awesome. Great to meet you. Yeah, man. All right, take care. All right. What would you like to Dark Mission?
People always say how to paint eyes. Man, have a steady hand. And start off with the base first, which I use like a purplish kind of. And then it's more like a wash of white. You introduce a little bit of a wash of the white. This brush has, it's a new brush. It has one little, I'm scared of cutting it. There's one little strand that's like, I think I got it. It's one little hair, man. It's like sticking out more than the rest. There it is. Let's see, what color are his eyes? What color are Bobby Drake's eyes? Oh yeah, Superman. That's the Iceman.
I can't see anything specific that I would be
You can kind of tell the little bit of the tone.
I might take the hidden face. Hidden face is pretty cool. Yeah, they sold about 60 to 65.
That's all just hand brush. You can get the same effect. It almost looks airbrush, but it's not. It's just building up the layers. To build up the layers. Right now I need to finish this guy's hair.
The non-foil air dark dragonites, nice. You know your stuff when it comes to that's very cool. Delivery. I mean, I pick up one of these. I pick up one of those. Since you have multiple, or
Right now this clay is like the man, the perfect consistency, man. Like you have to press the detail in. You can't drag your tune. And don't oversaturate it. I use isopropyl alcohol. I use 90%. Don't oversaturate it. And it doesn't work with anything under 90%. It won't work on clay. What would happen is it'll just deteriorate the clay very weird when you're trying to work with it. So you always have to make sure it's 90% isopropyl. You need it's like 91 or something like that, but it's 90.
so I probably be around 85 to 90. It doesn't say, it's just a condition. I didn't check eBay. Let me see. It's a little higher on eBay. It's a mix. It's between 100 and 150. And even as high as 175. Where are you comfortable on market on these? Oh, I don't necessarily explore one. Yeah. So you say the market would be 110, or you want 110 at value? Okay. Yeah. So if we did 110, I would trade it in at $90 towards something else. 52. CD charger, the poncho. So yeah, so I want you to be comfortable with what you're trading for. Okay. Okay. So yeah, okay. You want me to count out the poncho? Did you see something? Did you look? I don't know if I'm covering up stuff for you to look at. You're fine. Yeah, you're really good. Bro, you gotta see this. No. Oh, nice. For me. What? How awesome is that? I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I know, but I'm gonna take that razor off. I'm gonna pry it open like you're gonna last. You can try, but you can take it off. I had a old shirt, slab, and when I tried to get this thing off it, it fried the slab. So I just PSA to get free. Thank you. Thanks, man. I did 1,700 cash and a PSA 8 basic charger. Not the 650. That was one. One of these and one of the computer swings. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I know. It's my first visit to Gold Star. Alright. You, how about this? You keep looking and figure out what your most
sure we can figure out something. I'll get that back to you for now. So yeah, definitely mention in the faith and that in the social repeat sheet. Japanese chocolate. Okay. Okay. Um, okay, yeah. Do you want to do the trade? Should we do the trade plus 60 cash? Or I can find like a $70 to $80 card to knock it off. So we'll split off the trade guy. You want to do cash? Okay, cool. I don't have card, but do you have any of the Venmo, Cash App, PayPal? Okay. I'm good. How are you guys? You guys on the hunt for anything? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, as an introvert, I feel it. I don't. She's got like 3 copies. She might tell you one. Yeah. He was asking if you open some of your football yachts you got. I saw you had a. Okay. Doesn't matter to me. Everyone here most willing to partner. Yeah. Alright, so she's getting the Japanese Charizard EX. Which you can get a PSA 10 for the price of a raw English one. And then we're getting a sealed special delivery Pikachu and a Gyarados sealed Pikachu set. Which I'm sure has the Charizard here saying let me out. And then we said 60 cash, right? Or 60 on top. Yep. Were you wanting to see that home radar? Which one? This? And so the market is 110. Yeah. I did not know. Yeah, not necessarily. We just wanted to do a deal. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You picked a very daunting task. Yes. You overcame all odds. Very much so. Which one? No, I feel. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Sure. Oh, you won't receive me. Okay, look for it. Oh, what he does, it up. Okay. Blue, okay. I love people wear copyright music while I'm live streaming. Doesn't hurt my monetization at all.
Then I'll come back. What's it called? Come back later and put Procreate on there for the rest of the strands. To add some flair to it. Then find out better configuration so that the camera can get a better view of shit. Thanks, I'll be back in another hour.